Can you imagine waking up in the morning feeling lighter, more energized, and confident that you've taken a real step toward better health, all without complicated diets, expensive supplements, or endless doctor visits? It might sound too good to be true, but sometimes the most profound changes start with a simple habit. Imagine saying goodbye to those unpredictable sugar highs and crushing crashes, and instead enjoying steady energy that carries you from good morning to good night without a second thought. That kind of transformation is not only possible, it can begin with one small, consistent daily change, something you can do right now, using ingredients you probably already have in your kitchen. Nature, in all her wisdom, has given us an arsenal of humble, readily available foods that pack a powerful metabolic punch. These are not exotic herbs or expensive powders, they are everyday fruits, vegetables, and spices that scientists are only beginning to fully understand. Hidden in plain sight, they support your body's natural insulin response and help balance your blood sugar, all while nourishing you from the inside out. Think of it as simple but powerful medicine that lives in your refrigerator or pantry. One such unsung hero is the lemon. You might have squeezed its tang into a glass of water 1,000 times, but did you know that lemon is a metabolism game changer? This bright yellow citrus does far more than add a refreshing zing. Beneath its sour exterior is a treasure trove of bioactive compounds, flavonoids like hesperidin and iriacetrin, various polyphenols, and the immune-boosting vitamin C, that together do something remarkable. They help your body process carbohydrates and fats more efficiently. In practical terms, when you add a squeeze of fresh lemon juice to your meals, whether drizzled over a salad, stirred into a warm cup of water before breakfast, or even squeezed onto roasted vegetables, you're giving your digestive system a gentle nudge. Lemon helps slow the rate at which sugars and carbs enter your bloodstream, preventing those sharp post-meal spikes that leave you crashing and craving more sugar later. It also contains a type of soluble fiber called pectin, concentrated in the zest and the white inner peel, which forms a gel in your gut to further regulate the absorption of glucose. Picture pectin as a natural dam, controlling the flow of sugar into your bloodstream so that it trickles in steadily rather than flooding your system all at once. The evidence for lemon's benefits goes beyond theory. Researchers have found that when people consume fresh lemon juice before a meal, their bodies handle the incoming glucose more gracefully. Even something as simple as drinking a mug of warm lemon water before lunch or dinner can make a noticeable difference in how your body responds to carbohydrates. And those benefits aren't limited to blood sugar control. Regular lemon intake supports healthy bile production in the liver, which is essential for breaking down fats and further aids in stable blood sugar management. It's easy to dismiss lemon as just a garnish, but in reality, it's a metabolic maestro that orchestrates healthier digestion, a more balanced glycemic response, and improved overall nutrient absorption. The next time you slice a lemon for your iced tea or toss a wedge into your water bottle, remember that you're not just adding flavor, you're giving your body a simple but potent boost toward greater metabolic health. As you begin to unlock lemon's hidden potential, you pave the way to incorporate other everyday superfoods that work in harmony to help you reclaim your vitality. Another star in this natural arsenal is the humble head of broccoli. Often relegated to the side of our plates or stirred into stir-fries, broccoli has a secret weapon called sulforaphane, one of the most potent compounds known to support healthy glucose levels and insulin sensitivity. Sulforaphane belongs to a family of phytonutrients called isoflavones, which help turn down internal inflammation and improve antioxidant defenses. When you steam, roast, or even lightly sauté broccoli, especially steaming, which preserves more of sulforaphane's active form, you activate an enzyme called myrosinase that converts a precursor compound into sulforaphane. This one change effectively turns a simple vegetable into a natural regulator of blood sugar. How does it work? For starters, sulforaphane helps your cells respond to insulin more effectively. Think of it as tuning up your body's lock and key system that allows glucose to enter your cells. But it goes further. Sulforaphane has been shown to reduce the liver's tendency to overproduce glucose when it shouldn't, a process known as gluconeogenesis. In people with type 2 diabetes, the liver can act like a stuck accelerator, dumping sugar into the bloodstream even when no food has been eaten. Sulforaphane helps ease off that accelerator, preventing unnecessary sugar surges and helping you wake up with fasting glucose levels that are more in line with what your body actually needs. Clinical trials have even found that supplemental broccoli sprout extracts, which concentrate sulforaphane, help reduce both fasting blood sugar and hemoglobin A1c, a long-term marker of blood sugar control, in adults with early-stage type 2 diabetes. But you don't need fancy extracts to harness broccoli's power. Simply eating a generous portion of fresh broccoli or broccoli sprouts several times a week can do wonders. Whether you steam it until it's bright green and still a bit crisp, roast it with olive oil and garlic until the edges caramelize, or add it raw to salads for a nutrient-dense crunch. Each serving is a step toward better metabolic balance. If broccoli's slightly bitter taste isn't your favorite, try blending it into a creamy soup with a touch of a full-fat, unsweetened coconut milk for richness, or pair it with a vibrant lemon tahini dressing that highlights its natural goodness. Whatever your preference, broccoli deserves a place near the top of the list when it comes to supercharging your blood sugar control. As broccoli works behind the scenes to fine-tune your insulin sensitivity and liver function, you'll notice that your energy becomes more consistent, your cravings less intense, and your confidence in what you're eating grows. From there, it's time to bring one of the most satisfying, naturally sweet root vegetables into the spotlight, the sweet potato. Unlike the white potatoes that can send your blood sugar rocketing, sweet potatoes have a lower glycemic index. That means the natural sugars they contain are released slowly and steadily into your bloodstream, helping you avoid the wild roller coaster rides that come with less forgiving carbohydrates. One reason for this gentle effect is their impressive fiber content. Both soluble and insoluble fiber are present in sweet potatoes, forming a kind of sugar-absorbing matrix in your digestive tract so that every bite you take is digested at a more controlled pace. This results in longer-lasting fullness, a reduced likelihood of afternoon or evening sugar cravings, and a lower risk of weight gain, factors that are all closely tied to healthy blood sugar management. Sweet potatoes also deliver abundant antioxidants, most notably beta-carotene, which gives them that brilliant orange hue. Beta-carotene converts to vitamin A in your body, supporting eye health, immune function, and even skin integrity. But beta-carotene is also a potent antioxidant that helps protect your cells from oxidative stress, a silent process linked to inflammation, insulin resistance, and long-term damage to blood vessels. By including sweet potatoes in your meals, you're arming your cells with protection, making it easier for your body to handle the everyday metabolic challenges that come from modern eating patterns. Beyond their fiber and antioxidants, sweet potatoes supply substantial amounts of vitamin C, manganese, potassium, and a variety of B vitamins that support energy production and nerve function. The high potassium content helps regulate blood pressure, a critical factor for anyone with or at risk for diabetes, while the B vitamins ensure your cells can convert food into energy efficiently, reducing the likelihood of fatigue and the temptation to chase a quick sugar fix. Preparing sweet potatoes couldn't be simpler. Bake them whole until their skins puff up and their juices caramelize, mash them with a dab of grass-fed butter or olive oil and a sprinkle of cinnamon, bake them into fries with a whisper of chili powder for a flavor twist, or cube them into a savory hash with onions, peppers, and a handful of greens for a truly satisfying one-pan meal. Even sweet potato wedges served alongside lean protein and a leafy green salad make for a balanced plate that supports stable blood sugar and nourishes every system in your body. As your body learns to feast on the steady energy that sweet potatoes provide, you'll find that it's easier to stay on track with your healthy habits. You'll feel full longer, your post-meal sugar dips will fade away, and you'll rediscover what it's like to eat something truly satisfying without stressing about tomorrow's glucose readings. But the transformation doesn't stop there. To sweeten the pot even more, literally, add strawberries into your rotation. These vibrant berries are not only a favorite for their juicy sweetness, but they also deliver a remarkable combination of fiber, antioxidants, and natural sweetness that supports blood sugar like few other fruits can. Because of their high fiber content, strawberries have a low glycemic index, meaning you can enjoy a generous serving without the blood sugar roller coaster. What truly sets them apart, however, is their concentration of anthocyanins. These are the antioxidant pigments that give strawberries their red color and protect your cells from oxidative damage. In simpler terms, when you snack on a bowl of strawberries, you're neutralizing harmful free radicals and calming low-grade inflammation, two silent saboteurs that can lead to insulin resistance over time. Clinical studies have found that regularly eating strawberries can improve markers of blood sugar control and reduce inflammatory signals in the body. Since strawberries also provide a healthy dose of vitamin C, manganese, and folate, you'll be nourishing your immune system, your connective tissues, and your cellular metabolism all at once. They're the kind of fruit that almost tastes too good to be healthy, but it's precisely their deliciousness that makes them so easy to integrate. Add them to your morning oatmeal, toss them into a spinach salad with a drizzle of balsamic vinegar, blend them into a protein-packed smoothie, or simply enjoy them plain as a sweet snack between meals. If you're craving dessert, try slicing them over a dollop of plain Greek yogurt or blending them with a touch of vanilla and freezing them into a sorbet, no added sugar needed. Incorporating strawberries regularly is a powerful, joyful way to show your blood sugar some love. Each juicy bite is a step toward better metabolic balance and a reminder that healthy eating doesn't have to feel like a sacrifice. As you begin to taste the difference that strawberries bring to your body, you'll likely notice that your cravings for empty calories and processed sweets fade into the background. Now, let's turn our attention to a food that many of us take for granted, even though it plays a critical role in keeping us properly hydrated and supporting metabolic health: the cucumber. On average, cucumbers contain over 95% water, making them one of the best natural hydrating foods you can eat. When it comes to blood sugar management, hydration is key. Your kidneys use water to help flush out excess glucose when blood sugar levels are elevated, and proper hydration ensures that your cells can function optimally in processing nutrients. In simpler terms, a well-hydrated body is more capable of preventing dangerous sugar buildups in your bloodstream. But cucumbers offer more than just water. When eaten with the peel, after a good rinse, they also supply a modest amount of dietary fiber, both soluble and insoluble. That fiber, though not as concentrated as in beans or grains, still plays a role in slowing the absorption of sugar, ensuring a gradual, gentle rise in glucose rather than a sudden spike. One of the easiest ways to support your hydration and blood sugar at the same time is by keeping cucumber slices or spears within arm's reach as a snack. They're perfect for dipping into hummus or guacamole, tossing into salads, or even adding to infused water with a squeeze of fresh lemon. That combination of cool, crisp flesh and a little added flavor can turn a simple glass of water into a revitalizing, metabolism-boosting elixir. Beyond hydration and fiber, cucumbers also contain antioxidants like lutein and zeaxanthin, which help protect cells from oxidative stress, and small amounts of electrolytes like potassium and magnesium, minerals that are especially important for maintaining proper fluid balance and supporting nerve and muscle function. For anyone managing diabetes or prediabetes, keeping electrolytes balanced is crucial, because excessive urination, a common symptom of high blood sugar, can deplete these vital minerals. In a practical sense, adding cucumbers to your meals is as simple as digging into a refreshing cucumber and tomato salad dressed with olive oil and apple cider vinegar, or layering thin slices of cucumber with avocado and smoked salmon on whole grain crisp bread. Even chopped into a cold gazpacho, cucumbers lend a cooling hydration that helps tame metabolic stress. The next ingredient on our list is one of the most ancient and aromatic spices known to humankind: cinnamon. Unlike many of the items we've discussed, cinnamon doesn't require any chopping or cooking, just a sprinkle here and there. Its effects on blood sugar have been studied extensively, and the results are consistently encouraging. Cinnamon contains several bioactive compounds, most notably cinnamaldehyde, which gives it that distinctive warm aroma and flavor. Those same compounds appear to mimic insulin's action in your body, helping glucose enter cells more efficiently. In fact, research has shown that adding just half to a full teaspoon of ground cinnamon to your daily routine can lead to significant improvements in fasting blood sugar and hemoglobin A1C, a key long-term marker of blood sugar control, in people with type 2 diabetes. Those are remarkable results for such a simple, cost-effective intervention. You don't have to hide cinnamon in everything you eat, but making it a habit to add a dash to your morning oatmeal, blend it into your smoothie, stir it into your coffee or tea, or even sprinkle it over roasted root vegetables can yield real benefits. Unlike high glycemic seasonings that ramp up sugar absorption, cinnamon helps slow the enzymatic breakdown of starches, reducing the overall glycemic load of a meal. Beyond blood sugar regulation, cinnamon's potent antioxidant properties help mitigate the low-grade inflammation that so often undermines metabolic health. It's like giving your cells a shield against oxidative damage and inflammatory signals that can eventually lead to insulin resistance and other chronic health issues. But a quick word of caution: there are two main types of cinnamon on grocery store shelves: cassia cinnamon and Ceylon cinnamon. Cassia is more common and less expensive, but it contains higher levels of a compound called coumarin, which can be harmful to the liver in large amounts. Ceylon cinnamon, sometimes called true cinnamon, has significantly lower levels of coumarin and is generally considered safer for daily use, especially in larger quantities. If you plan to make cinnamon a regular habit, say, a teaspoon or two each day, look for Ceylon cinnamon to minimize any risks. This small shift in your spice rack can have a surprisingly big impact on your health. As you sprinkle cinnamon into your daily meals and snacks, you'll find that your energy remains more consistent, your cravings grow more manageable, and your long-term outlook improves. Now that we've covered a truly delightful cross-section of fruits, vegetables, and spices, lemon, broccoli, sweet potatoes, strawberries, cucumber, and cinnamon, it's time to bring out the final, perhaps most surprising, ingredient on our list: apple cider vinegar. Though that sharp, tangy liquid lurking in the back of many pantries is not just a flavor enhancer, it's a dynamic health ally that can transform your metabolic profile with just one small scoop each day. For decades, people have sworn by apple cider vinegar as a folk remedy for everything from digestion woes to sore throats. More recently, scientific research has started to confirm one of its most celebrated uses, helping to control blood sugar. At the heart of apple cider vinegar's power is acetic acid, the compound that gives it a characteristic bite. Studies show that consuming as little as 1 to 2 tablespoons of raw, unfiltered apple cider vinegar, diluted in 8 ounces of water, before a carbohydrate-rich meal can reduce the rise in post-meal glucose and insulin levels by as much as 20 to 30%. Imagine eating that slice of bread or that bowl of pasta and noticing a gentler, smoother blood sugar response rather than a shocking spike. While this doesn't mean you can load up on refined carbs with abandon, it does mean that apple cider vinegar can be a potent ally, helping to slow the digestion of starches, improve insulin sensitivity, and support better overall glycemic control. But the benefits don't stop there. Apple cider vinegar may also help reduce fasting glucose levels when incorporated into your evening routine. In some studies, participants who took a simple vinegar tonic before bed saw significantly lower blood sugar readings the next morning, compared to those who skipped it. This has enormous implications for people who struggle with high morning blood sugar, a stubborn problem that plagues many individuals with type 2 diabetes and prediabetes. Beyond its direct effects on carbs and insulin, apple cider vinegar appears to help regulate appetite, as well. By slowing the rate at which food leaves your stomach, it promotes a feeling of fullness and helps curb overeating. That simple sense of satiety can be enough to prevent those late-night snack raids that send your blood sugar careening off course. Moreover, apple cider vinegar supports a healthy gut microbiome by providing beneficial acetic acid bacteria, important because emerging research links an imbalanced microbiome to insulin resistance, inflammation, and metabolic dysfunction. To reap these benefits safely, always dilute apple cider vinegar in water before drinking it. Its acidity can damage tooth enamel or irritate your throat if taken straight. Start with a teaspoon diluted in a full glass of water and, if you tolerate it well, gradually increase to 1 or 2 tablespoons per serving. Some people add a little cinnamon, lemon, or honey, though keep the honey to a minimum if you're focused on blood sugar control, to improve the flavor. It's also wise to drink it through a straw to minimize contact with your teeth and to wait at least 30 minutes before brushing afterward. If you're on medication for diabetes or acid reflux, consult with your healthcare provider before making vinegar a daily habit, as it could affect your drug absorption or exacerbate your symptoms if not monitored properly. But for many people, simply adding this small practice, apple cider vinegar in the morning or before meals, can spark remarkable improvements in fasting glucose and post-meal spikes. And now, to bring this whole story to life, I want to share the inspiring journey of someone we'll call Anna. When Anna turned 55, her doctor gave her a wake-up call. Her fasting blood sugar was creeping into the prediabetes range, her A1C was trending upward, and she was advised to make changes, or risk needing medication soon. Anna felt overwhelmed. She had tried keto, intermittent fasting, countless gimmicky detoxes, and even restrictive meal replacement shakes, but nothing stuck long enough to make a real difference. Her energy was unreliable, her waistline was creeping up, and she was terrified of becoming dependent on medications. One morning, after another restless night, she stumbled upon an article about apple cider vinegar's effects on blood sugar. Skeptical but desperate, Anna decided to give it a try, and not just a one-day experiment. She committed to drinking 1 tablespoon of raw, unfiltered apple cider vinegar mixed into 8 ounces of water every evening before dinner. She didn't transform her entire life overnight, she simply made this one consistent change. Within 2 weeks, Anna noticed her sugar cravings had nearly vanished. She felt satisfied after her meals rather than constantly hungry an hour later. By the end of the first month, her morning blood sugar readings were measurably lower, consistently 5 to 10 points below her previous levels. Encouraged, she added another habit, lemon water first thing each morning, squeezing half a lemon into warm water before brushing her teeth. This simple act, combined with the vinegar at night, gave her a sense of control she hadn't felt in months. As the season changed, Anna also started roasting sweet potatoes as a side dish a few times a week, and when summer arrived, she made fresh cucumber and tomato salads with a splash of olive oil and lemon. Broccoli joined her dinner plate at least 4 nights a week, often steamed until bright green and topped with a dusting of cinnamon for a surprisingly complimentary twist. She even experimented with cinnamon in her morning oatmeal and, if she craved something sweeter, she added fresh strawberries to her yogurt. In less than 3 months, Anna's A1C had returned to the normal range. Her doctor, astonished, remarked that while many patients need medication to achieve similar results, Anna had accomplished it with accessible, natural foods and a few small, consistent habits. Her energy returned, she lost 20 pounds without dieting, and her confidence soared. She went from dreading her doctor's appointments to looking forward to sharing the data that proved her body was rebounding. Anna's story is a testament to the transformative power of simple, intentional choices: a layer of lemon in the morning, a sprinkle of cinnamon in her breakfast, a daily dose of apple cider vinegar, and the comforting presence of sweet potatoes, broccoli, cucumbers, and strawberries on her plate. Each of these foods contributed its unique magic to her metabolic makeover. If you're still here, reading this, it means you're ready to begin your own journey. Choose one of these foods or habits, add a squeeze of lemon to your water tomorrow morning, or start your first tablespoon of apple cider vinegar tonight. Maybe tomorrow you'll steam some broccoli or slice up fresh strawberries for a mid-afternoon snack. Make one small, mindful decision today, and trust that consistency will compound into transformation over the weeks and months to come. Your body is incredibly capable of healing and optimizing itself when given the right tools. You don't need extreme measures or miracle pills, you already have access to the healing power of nature. The most remarkable improvements often start with the smallest steps, taken day after day. Remember Anna's story, not because you have to replicate it exactly, but because it shows what's possible. The path to better blood sugar control, greater energy, and renewed confidence is already paved with these simple foods. The question now is this: which one will you begin with today? We'd love to hear how you're taking your first steps. Leave a comment below and let us know which food you're adding to your meals this week, or share your own experience if you've already seen positive changes. If this video has helped you, please hit that like button and subscribe so you won't miss future tips. We're here to support you, not just with information, but with real stories and relatable guidance to help you thrive. The power to reset your health, balance your blood sugar, and reclaim your energy lies in your hands, and in your kitchen. All it takes is one small, consistent change. And before you know it, you'll look back and wonder why you didn't start sooner. Here's to waking up tomorrow feeling lighter, more energized, and confident that you're on the path to a healthier, stronger you.